And by this example, you might have understood that one subclass only is created from one superclass. That is not correct. Now, suppose this is A is a superclass, B, C, D, and from A you see X, Y. From this M, from this N. Like that, you can create from each subclass, from each class, and one or more classes you can create. From each class, one or more subclasses can be created. This is all called single inheritance. Single inheritance means one immediate superclass will be there. For any class, one immediate superclass can be allowed. But what is not allowed, you must understand. A, B, C. D. This is not allowed. This is called single inheritance. Single inheritance means for any subclass, only one superclass is allowed. Now we see for B, only one superclass is allowed. One immediate superclass is allowed. And for Y, one immediate superclass. For X, one immediate superclass. Immediate word you underline. Here you see, for D, actually immediate one only, but multiple superclasses are there. For D, C is a superclass, B is a superclass, A is also a superclass. So that's why sometimes if you ignore a word, then it gives a different meaning. That you have to understand. Java allows only one immediate superclass. That point, this is called single inheritance. But Java allows multiple superclasses. That is correct. But immediate I am not using. For D is the best example. For D, multiple superclasses are there. They are A, B, C. But those are not immediate. Immediate only one is there. What is not allowed in Java, you must understand that this is multiple inheritance. That means multiple immediate superclasses. For D, multiple immediate superclasses A, B, C. A, B, C. That is not allowed. That is not allowed. In C++, it is allowed. But it is creating some side effects. That's why Java does not support multiple inheritance directly, but indirectly it allows. And in the next chapter we discuss that. Through interfaces, multiple inheritance is allowed, but not at par. It is a little inferior to whatever multiple inheritance you call in C++. That means, in other words, in Java, multiple inheritance is allowed indirectly in a lenient manner. That is not to the extent of whatever C++ implements. That point you understand. Later we discuss it. Now one by one points I am introducing. It is not possible to explain every point detailedly at one point of time. That's why there are special topics. When context comes, I will explain it in detail. Thereafter, one very important thing you have to understand, that is about object class. Regarding object class, in the 8th chapter I explained briefly, and many times I will explain about this. Gradually you have to contextually you have to understand about that. Thereafter, at the end of that, you have to crystallize your knowledge. And now you see, this is the hierarchical relation. At the top of all Java classes, one class is there. It is called object class. at the top or root, anything. However, we are showing it vertically, and always I call it as top. At the top of all Java classes, then at the topmost class is the supermost class of a Java classes uh, is object class. Here one thing I understand that there are standard library classes and there are user defined classes. Standard library classes are like integer, byte, short, etc. User defined classes are like student, room, employee, etc. Okay, for all Java classes, the mother of all classes, the object. That means you have to understand that above object class there was nothing. So the object class provides certain general methods which are useful, which may be useful for all Java classes. So because of this hierarchical relation, because of the inheritance, whatever services object class provides are obviously inherited by every Java class. Suppose your forefathers are having certain property. Obviously, in your family, everybody can inherit it. In the same manner, object class is the topmost parent of all Java classes. So it provides certain services, and all Java classes, regardless they are library classes or user defined classes, they may avail these services without defining, as if they have defined. Now you see your grandfather is having certain property. Now you are able to use it as if you earned that property. In the same manner, all Java classes can, if they want, they can use all the services which are provided by the object class automatically. And if they want to override means they want to modify it by extending it, they can override that and use them according to their needs. That point also you remember. And once again, in a forthcoming topics, I will explain about the object class. And one more thing in this class, because of the name super and sub, you may feel that superclass is too big than subclass. You feel that because of the term superclass is bigger than subclass. That is wrong. Superclass is a general class, but subclass is a specific class. Normally, what we are doing, one superclass is there. Suppose in this example, what is that? Uh, this is a circle class. Circle class. In circle class, what are there? Pi is there, r is there, certain calculate volume, calculate area, and calculate surface area, etc. are there. Now we have extended and created cylinder class. If you see that in cylinder class, not only these additional features are there. What is that? Already I told you. You are defining height. You are defining calculate volume. Calculate volume. Here, whatever area you are defining regarding circle, that the face area, if you feel it is a cylinder, the face area of the circle is the area of the circle is the face area of the cylinder, and it is having additional features. Those are like volume. By that, what you can realize, size wise, cylinder class is bigger than the circle class. So if you have any prejudice that superclass is bigger than subclass, you please wipe it off. Always a subclass is bigger than the superclass, because it is defining, it may define additional properties and additional behaviors. These are the general points you must remember, and at the same time you must remember the syntax, because in all the programs in this chapter you must use them.